Hello and welcome to Planetbase review with me, Bubblebox. This game I've put a lot of hours into and I'm really enjoying over the last few days. It's a strategic building management game where in the near future humans have ventured out into outer space and have endeavoured to build a colony. Your colonists are basically tasked with building a base on a barren planet and creating a thriving community on that planet. To survive, you must use your resources wisely by growing a variety of crops, lab-grown biomeat, and by slowly becoming more and more dependent on robots that increase the efficiency of your base. As well as a variety of foodstuffs, your people require water, entertainment, health, and a lot of power to supply their needs. Above all, Planetbase requires good organisation and people, or rather AI, management. More about that shortly. At the beginning of the game, the colonists arrive with some resources in their drop pod, including meals, meat and plastics for building, spares for repairs, and also some medical supplies. You're going to need to get your base up and running very quickly in order to sustain your initial colonists, and even the start can be pretty challenging to new players. Each colonist has a speciality that determines what work they do on the base. They can be workers, medics, guards, biologists or engineers. You also start the game with two bots, a carrier bot that shifts stuff around and an engineering bot that builds and repairs your structures. Driller bots used for mining become available later in the game. Very large numbers should I say, of these robots are essential for the long-term survival of your base. They don't need to eat food, they don't get unhappy, they don't get tired, and they move much faster than your colonists do. And if you do not build enough of these bots, then you will end up with tears basically and rage quitting from the game, I expect. Energy production is an essential part of the game. Solar panels work during the day, wind turbines work of course when it's windy, and there's also batteries to store your produced power, especially important when trying to survive the power shortages that occur during the night time. Each of these structures, the power structures that is, need to be maintained using spare parts that are repaired by your engineers. There are landing pads and spaceports, and these are used to bring new colonists, traders and visitors, and also invaders to your colony. Now there is an issue to do with the trading with the game, that if you try to do a very large trade without having a very large number of carrier bots, that can lead to all of your colonists, including biologists, to carry the traded goods, leading to problems such as starvation, dehydration, unhappiness, etc. The developers have recently patched this problem, which has gone a long way to basically fixing the problem with the trading system. And there's also a number of other ways in game that you can actually prevent this from happening. Number one, having lots and lots of carrier bots. Number two, having multiple airlots at your spaceport so that your bots and your colonists don't have to wait to go in and out to the trader ship too often. And also, and very important, and something I've seen players not do very often, is to prioritise your farms and also the labs that produce your biomeat, as this will help the biologists stay at work and make them much less likely to go and take part in the trade. Now this game can also be sped up and slowed down to your needs, which comes in very handy if there's an emergency, so you can slow the game right down, or if you're really just kind of waiting for something to happen so you can speed the game up. And when you become proficient at the game, you'll pretty much have it on a fast speed all of the time. Now as you survive and get bigger, you will have certain milestones that will enable you to unlock other planets which have their own particular challenges. There are a number of environmental dangers to face, including meteors, dust storms and electromagnetic storms, and you're going to have to be able to learn to manage these meteor attacks, these dust storms and the electromagnetic storms as and when they occur. In Planetbase, you will be constantly struggling to survive and just a couple of bad decisions away from disaster. But let's face it, building a base on another planet was never going to be easy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.